November's monthly update for our solar PV system and electrical heating. We're still not using the electric boiler at home, but we are using the infrared heaters, and the infrared heaters are keeping the house between 20 and 21 degrees 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've added a 400 watt heater to the kitchen now. Moving on to the solar contribution to the household, we produced 190.9 kilowatt hours throughout November, and as you can see, most of that was swallowed up by the house. The net grid use was 1.687 megawatt hours, and again most of that went to the house and to the Tesla Powerwall. The average pull from the grid every day was 56.2 kilowatt hours, and we had a high of 114 kilowatt hours, and that came from the days when it was really cold in the house, so the electric infrared heaters were working overtime, and we had a low of just over 30 kilowatt hours during November. The home usage was 1.8 megawatt hours, and most of that came from the grid in the early hours of the morning, a little bit from the Powerwall in the day, and then topped up from the grid again. And we got 422.2 kilowatt hours out of the Powerwall during November, and most of that was from the grid. We did get a little bit of solar in the early of November, but most of it came from the grid at off-peak times. We were 31% self-power through November. 8% came of that from the solar and 23% from the Powerwall. And most of that Powerwall again was being charged up at cheap rate from the off-peak. The solar contribution compared to the home usage was 10%. 1,080 kilowatt hours came from peak times, and we pulled 747.1 kilowatt hours from off-peak times. Our first array produced 102 kilowatt hours, and our second array produced 89 kilowatt hours. That's totaling 191 kilowatt hours throughout November. We never had any excess solar that went to my energi Eddi device to heat the hot water, so all the hot water was heated up every night from the grid at off-peak times. Looking at where the energy went throughout November, the car charging equated to 15% of our total usage in the household at 223.6 kilowatt hours. The heating was a massive 49% at 739 kilowatt hours. 3% went to the dehumidifier, and we used 3% in cooking. The cleaning clothes was 4% and drying, and I'd like to reduce the amount of energy I'm using during peak time with drying over the next month. And finally, the hot water was 20% at 300 kilowatt hours throughout November. So it's about 10 kilowatt hours a day. We got our final fit payment of 2021 of £428. And to summarise, up until the end of November 2021, we've been grid-free for 83 days so far. We've travelled 8,401 miles at a cost of £90.52. We've imported 9,762 kilowatt hours. We've had a solar contribution of 5,709 kilowatt hours. So that's a total kilowatt hours of 15.471 megawatts. We've had an electricity cost of £832.13, a gas cost of £73.30, and that all we use for gas is our gas hob. So that's a total utility bill of £905.43. The forfeit payments totaling £2,095.39. So that gives us a balance on our utility bill of minus £1,189.96. Really pleasing being in credit throughout 2021 still, despite running the infrared heaters. But as usual, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll leave you with the day by day Tesla data.